Well. I'm back. I'm back. Guys, I tell you guys need to go to bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, my little baby. Well, I want to talk about this because we just talked about um, Nancy Pelosi blowing up, going off on Wolf Blitzer. And I titled this The View. They're the medium condom of the DNC. They're media condom. Condom you put over your, what we call Jimmy hat, you put it on for protection, right? Well, that's what they did with Nancy Pelosi today. The View again showing their political bias. Give me a second, guys. Okay, where am I? So the View is showing their political bias once again, covering up for Democrats. Let's watch this.
Imagine a city that runs on clean electricity.
A city that's powered by sun, wind.
Things got heated on the Wolfe Blitzer CNN show last night when he asked Speaker Nancy Pelosi why she hasn't accepted you-know-who's $1.8 trillion.
Already. You know who's. Just can't call him President Trump. Got to call him 45 or whatever. Folks, I mean, they did the same thing with Obama. I didn't like when Republicans refused to call him President Obama. And these same people right here, got upset because John Boehner, because of Mitch McConnell, Eric Cantor, Paul Ryan, all them fools, them idiots that was not nitwicks, refused to call President Obama president. And here she is, looking just as stupid as they did.
$1 trillion stimulus offer. Take a look.
Even the members of your own caucus, Madam Speaker, want to accept this deal, $1.8 trillion.
What I say to you is, I don't know why you're always an apologist, and many of your colleagues apologists for the Republican position.
What's wrong with $1.8 trillion?
Well, you know what? Do you have any idea what the difference is between the spending that they have in their bill and that we have in our bill?
This is all about not allow the president to take credit if there's a deal.
With all due respect, and we've known each other a long time, you really don't know what you're talking about.
These are incredibly difficult times right now, and we'll leave it on that note. Thank you so much for joining us.
We'll leave it on the note that you are not right on this, Wolfe.
Well, so, I think, I'm just going to tell you, I think she was a little ticked because they spent months trying to get the Republicans to come to the table and talk about this. And now he's asking her why she's dragging her feet. And I think she just wasn't.
They didn't spend no months. They went on vacation. They took a break just like everybody else, man. Stop. Don't get me wrong. I can't stand the Republicans, and they will drag, and they will make this thing longer than what it need to be. But the Democrats would do the same thing. She's doing it right now. She's trying to drag this thing all the way to after the election, hoping that Joe Biden's win. Assuming that we told her that, yeah, we can wait till after election. Ain't nobody told you we can wait till after election, woman. Miss Lady, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If that sounds sexist, I'm sorry. I'm not a sexist. I try to be sexy sometimes, but I'm not a sexist. Get out of here with that mess. She's trying to prolong this thing to after the election, talking about retroactively speaking. Well, let me keep going, man. Whoopi Goldberg, I tell you, man. Another smug elitist. She better not ever run into me. I'm in New York, boy. I'm looking for the day to run into Whoopi Goldberg. Now she's funny. She's a comedian. She probably joke on me and call me all kind of names, but I'm still gonna call her out for being lips puckered up to the Democratic Party.
Wasn't having it. But what did you think of the exchange, Joy?
Well, she had a deal on the table on May 15th. You know, and we all know that the reason we're all in this position is because Trump has completely bungled this pandemic. This is why people are in the condition and the positions that we're in. And
now, I agree with Joy on this. We're in a position because of Trump, but we're also in a position because the Democratic leadership is trying to put so much pork in this particular bill, knowing that the Republicans are going to reject it. So you gotta accept responsibility. Look, I know what it's like to negotiate. In labor organizing, you negotiate. You talk about your demands and you try to meet to the middle. And you apply the political pressure, or you apply the worker pressure on the employee to heed to your demand. And that's what she did. She put so much crap in that bill, knowing very well the Republicans are not going to buy into that. For an example, the Obamacare initiative. They're trying to destroy Obamacare, so why would you think they're going to go for something in the bill that's going to promote Obamacare? And don't get me wrong, I'd rather have Obamacare than nothing. But I'm not a fan of Obamacare because it give major profit to the insurance industry who are sitting on record profits. And majority of Americans can't buy into Obamacare. And sometimes Obamacare is just as expensive. And it's a Republican plan.
And Wolfe, I love Wolfe. Who doesn't love Wolfe? We all love Wolfe, but he was out of line. He doesn't know what's going on behind closed doors. He's not in on the deal. You know, see if you're in front of the camera, darling. You know, my engineer is trying to
fix happening at your house,
Steve,
girl.
Your arm is right in front of the camera.
I didn't know if it was a bug or a fly.
God, it was just moving. I was like, wow, it's right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Is this the Halloween special?
Yes.
I mean, Trump is saying, let's give people $1,200.
Right. Right.
He's saying, let's give people $1,200. That's nothing. In 2 weeks, we'll be back. They'll be back in the same position that they're in. The Democrats.
We gave people $1,200 the last time. People were okay with that. It's not enough to survive, but it's better than nothing. I mean, if it's not enough, you go back to the drawing board and do it again and again until we out of this situation. But you got to give instant relief to American people. You guys are sitting up there on your high horses. You're freaking wealthy. You're not going to get none of the money in the first place. So, of course, you're not worried about it, but let me shut up and keep going.
Democrats have a real long-term deal going on. And we all know we're going to be in this for another year. We all know that. Where's the money for a year? That's the question. And so Trump, so Wolfe, calm down and let Nancy do her job.
I found the exchange very frustrating because right now we live in a time where we can't question an idea. If you question an idea, you are immediately excused as an apologist for everything the other side stands for. And CNN, by the way, they are not apologists for Trump if you've watched them. So that didn't make much sense. But I think she isn't answering the question. We know that the administration and the president has not handled this. But right now, any stimulus coverage is better than nothing. And if we don't understand, or if Wolfe Blitzer doesn't understand the intricacies of what she's talking about, take the interview to explain some of that to the voters and the citizens as well, rather than getting snarky and dismissing it, because he was asking tough questions, and a good idea should be able to withstand question and challenge, and she did not prove to handle that very well.
Look, she hit it right on the nail. I couldn't have said it better myself. And look at these cackling hyenas. Yeah, I said it. These cackling hyenas. Look at their face. Look at the facial expression. Oh, boy. Oh, these ladies.
So what do you think, Sonny? Was it satisfactory to you, or did you see where she was coming from? What did you think of it?
Yeah, I did understand where she was coming from, and like Joy, you know, I've worked with Wolfe, and I adore him. There are key differences between what the Republicans and Mnuchin are offering and what the House is offering, and I agree with Joy that they, you know, Trump said before, I'm not negotiating until after the election, and then when he realized that that was going to backfire on him, now all of a sudden he's coming to the table, and you have to understand, Sarah, that, you know, the Republicans are coming up with something.
Now, I agree with the point. Trump said he wasn't, you know, we ain't negotiating until after the election. The reason Trump did that is because he figured he was in a higher position, that he had the high ground, that he had leverage over the Democrats. But when the stock market went down, Trump kind of, you know, Trump was going to do it. Trump's success is based on that stock market. He gauged the economy on the stock market, the worst thing in the world to gauge the economy on. You got to gauge the economy on the needs of the people, not the needs of on Wall Street. So Trump changed his tune. All right, so Trump changed his tune, because remember, it's not just Trump. This is the Democrats, this is the Republican, this is the House and Senate, and this is Trump. Trump saw how his words about shutting the deal down until after the election hurt the stock market. Now, if the stock market would have kept going, he probably would still say shut it down. Forget it. Forget these people, you know. But he realized that it would have been horrible on him for the election, especially with the stock market going down. But the moment he said go big and go home, that's when the stock market went up. Now, mind you, the Republican original bill, talking about from the Senate, is so full of so much pork, man, it's ridiculous. And then you got the House bill full of pork. Then you got Mnuchin and Trump trying to slim it down and meet in the middle. All three are trying to hold their position. Mitch McConnell pissed off at Trump because he's asking for at least $1 trillion when they wanted to give no more than, you know, less than $1 trillion. And Nancy Pelosi in the House is still saying, bruh, we're not coming up off our number. Yet the American public is struggling, and they're saying, taking the deal, Nancy. Which one are you going to do? If you're talking about some things that's in the bill that you want so bad, why don't you explain it? Get your Ross Perot on. Pull out the chart and pull out the doggone ruler, or pull out the doggone pool stick, whatever you need to do, PowerPoint laser. Pull out something to explain to us why you figure we need to tax businesses, why you figure we need to have child tax and earned income tax in the middle of a pandemic when most people are not working. Why are you trying to revitalize Obamacare? There's other ways that you can care for the people who are sick because of Trump's mishap on COVID. But I like to say not just Trump mishap, but all of you are responsible for this. All of you have access to the same information. You got all these freaking committees that communicate with Secret Service, communicate with everybody that have top positions, the CIA and all that, Homeland Security and all that. You got all access to that information, but you're going to act like it was just Trump's fault. No, it's all of y'all fault. And American people suffering, and you're going to allow this suffer to continue. Let me keep going.
Different. Trump is coming up with something different. Mnuchin is coming up with something different, and the Democrats are coming up with something different. And that is something that is very difficult for Pelosi to explain to Wolfe in a soundbite for the American people to digest and understand during a short interview. And I think the biggest difference is this $1,200 check. We know that really did not help enough people the last time. What they really need to do, I think, is probably increase the unemployment benefit to at least $600 extra every week, and that perhaps can build some wealth, because we have.
Yeah, but Sonny, everybody is not going to be able to get the unemployment. Some people are working, and if they're working over 35 hours, they're not going to get unemployment. They're not going to be able to get SNAP, food stamp, or none of that stuff. This is serious business, lady. They're not going to go back to the $600. But the $400 on top of the $600 is still better than what we're going through right now. A lot of us have not had extra money on top of our unemployment for almost 3 months now. That's a lot of money not coming to our hand. I'm here in New York City. I mean, I know the president proposal, $300 coming through FEMA, $100 from the state. That's $400 for every person that's unemployed on top of the money that they get in their regular unemployment. So if you're getting $400 a month, $400 a week unemployment, the extra $400 makes up $800. That's still more money than the average person makes a week working on a job. You think I'm complaining about $400? $600 was fabulous. Because some people are getting paid $1,000 a week, $4,000 a month. If that was to go along all year, that's $48,000 a year. That's good income in certain areas of the country. I mean, you living in Coleraine, North Carolina, bringing in $48,000, man. You live in the high on a hall. I'm not going to front about that. And I don't think it should have stopped. But because they cut it down to $200 and they offer $300 from the government and $100 from the state, $400 on top, again, let's say you're getting $400 a week of regular unemployment with a $400 bonus on top of that, that's still $800 a week. That most people don't make $800 a week. Give me that and the stimulus check. That $1,000 one time can pay a lot of bills and get us back on the $800. Because you already messed up the $2,000 a month UBI because you gave it to the insurance industry. Let me keep going. I talk too much.
So many people that are unemployed, and the Republicans are not offering that in this bill. They want that check with Donald Trump's signature on it, and that is a very...
It's not just that one check with Donald Trump's signature on it, which he did. That's his prerogative, man. Y'all so worried about this man getting a freaking letter saying, I thought it was important. You know, I forgot what my letter said. I thought it was important that American people get some kind of relief. This is what I did. You know, let the man get his narcissist on. I don't give a crap. Everybody and their mama know that he didn't do that. He didn't do nobody no favors. That's American people money. He just helped send it through because of a crisis. Y'all so worried about this man sending a letter and figuring people are going to really appreciate him for that. But yet at the same time, you want your team to get the appreciation. Somebody's going to get the appreciation somewhere, and you guys want to be your team so bad that you're willing to stall this thing out, because that's what Nancy is planning on doing, stalling this out to after the election like Donald Trump originally wanted to do, hoping Joe Biden's going to win so they can give us a good package retroactively, which this actually is going to backfire and could cause Trump to win. Even though COVID is whooping his behind, it's going to cause him to win when it comes to economics, because you're not going to take a good deal in my book. Here I am in New York. Cuomo have not decided to give the $100 extra into the $300, putting New Yorkers in a dire position where now some people are going to start doing some crazy stuff just to make sure their kids eat.
Quick fix. That is a Band-Aid, and that is not going to help the American people. And so they're,
easy for you to say, because you're on a television series that's paying y'all millions. You're not going to get the $1,200, and you're not going to get the $4, $5, $6, $7, $1,000 extra on top of unemployment if it was available. You wouldn't qualify for it. So it's easy for you to say that. Why don't you put some people from the panel? Why don't you go outside of that bubble of The View, go over there to Harlem and get a couple of people and put them on your panel from the hood? Heck, go to Howard Beach. Even some of the white people over there in that area that don't make a lot of money, they're going to be tell you, look, we need that money. I don't know what you're talking about. We need the money. Go to Chinatown. Go to the Arab areas over there in Kew Gardens. Y'all right there in New York, go talk to the people instead of you running your mouth with your elitist mouth. We need that money. We need that $1,200, and we need that extra $300-400 on top of our unemployment right now. We'll take that now. But y'all want to continue to stretch this thing out, hoping that Trump is going to bend the knee. No, what you're going to do is you're going to mess around and foul this stuff up. And what's going to happen, this thing is going to backfire on you. And now the whole country is struggling because Trump is now reelected because of your dumb posturing. And he ain't going to do nothing once he get in that office. And whose fault will it be? The voters? No, it'll be your leadership fault.
$1.8 trillion sounds, in theory, like a lot of money. That is putting a Band-Aid on the problem. And I think Nancy Pelosi is right in making a stand and saying that won't cut it. That doesn't work.
And also, you know, as we have done over the last year, you know, we're going to keep saying, listen, people have come to the table. They have come with ideas that have been rebuffed. And now suddenly everybody says, well, no, this is what we have to do. And frankly, I want her to say, listen, I just want to get the people their money. This is their money. This isn't our money. It doesn't belong to the country. This is their...
She can do that now, Whoopi Goldberg. Why don't you pull a couple of those locks to the left and shake your head and some sense in it? She can do that right now. See, y'all afraid that we actually believe Donald Trump is doing us a favor by giving us his money. He ain't doing us no favor. This is what he's supposed to do. This is what a president's supposed to do. This is what a Speaker of the House is supposed to do. They're supposed to come together and service the American people. And right now, that $1,200 would be a benefit right now. The extra $300, $400, would love to have the $600, but that extra $300-400 would do a service, a benefit right now. But people like you, Nancy Pelosi, and you cackling hyenas on The View, yeah, I called you that. And if it was a bunch of men saying the same thing, I'll call them cackling hyenas too. It was all you three, all you five plus Nancy, you guys got money. You're rich. Who are you to talk to us and try to tell us what we need? Y'all ain't got one person on that panel. I understand you guys probably at home and you got the green screen background and all that. You know, I do that too. Even Yoda in the background and tell you, ow. I ain't going to use the Yoda voice. I'm going to use the Yoda voice.
Their money. This is their tax money.
Woman stupid, eh?
Money. Give us our money, but give us our money in a way that gets us up off our knees.
Give you who are you talking about? Our money? Who is our? You don't qualify for none of this money, so you shouldn't even be able to speak on this, ladies. When I say our, I'm talking about 100,000 and under. You guys are not in that R category, so you need to just be quiet. You can't speak for us. Give us our money and give us our money now. We'll take that for now, and we'll renegotiate for another one in another few months. When the election over, we'll see who's in office, and if we get Joe Biden in office, then we'll go back to that Nancy Pelosi. Yes, if you still Speaker of the House.
So we don't have to come back every couple of months. That would be nice.
Right now, we don't mind coming back an extra couple of months. It's been too long. Get something done today. And then after the election, we'll survey from there. And then if Joe Biden win and you figure you got the juice, then Joe Biden can do something long-term. $2,000 a month UBI no-cost education for until this pandemic is over with, stuff like that. You can do the bold and big once you're in office. But right now, you're not in office. The Republicans still control the Senate. They can still say no. They can say no to Trump's bill. And Mitch McConnell don't mind saying no. But right now, Trump can twist Mitch McConnell. Trump got Mitch McConnell by the balls. Because Trump can campaign against anybody that go against this bill. Something Barack Obama should have did when he was trying to do the Affordable Care Act. We need something now. And then we'll worry about a long-term solution after the election. But give the people something now.
Nice.
Make every day bloom with apples.
I'm telling you, man, these ladies are something else, man. All right, guys, so I'm done with that, man. The nerves of The View. A table full of wealthy women. Probably got more money than their husbands. If they got husbands. Going to speak for us. It's our money. You ain't getting none of that money. You make too much money for the stimulus. You make too much money. You don't qualify for the unemployment. The View, y'all still doing The View, and The View is still giving you a check. And God knows how much money you're probably getting a day. You're probably getting, what, $30,000? You're probably getting Rachel Maddow money, Whoopi Goldberg. And you're going to speak for us and tell us what we want? Sit your behind down. The bottom line is this, is election is coming up in a couple of weeks. We need a deal now. And Trump is trying to give people that deal. But y'all trying, and look, it's not a perfect deal, but it is. He already did the executive order for $300 out of FEMA, $100 from the states, and these Democratic governors don't want to pay out the money. They don't want to pay the $100. Cuomo. People like me. Yeah, I'm not working. This is what I'm doing right now. And of course, I'm not getting paid for this. I thank you for donations, but this is not a job, and I'm not getting ads from YouTube. Because I on purpose demonetize myself because I don't want them to profit, because I'm tired of them telling me, shutting my videos down. They shut them down before I could shut them down anyway. I'm always getting demonetized. None of my videos go through, and I'm just frustrated. So I just do this as a hobby now and depend on people like you. And I know we're in a recession, and I know we're in a crisis and a pandemic. And, I don't even sweat you guys about that. I really appreciate, the donations. Karen gave me $5 donation the other day. So I appreciate every little dollar. But I'm in school. I'm getting some education, taking this time out to get my knowledge up. They need to do a deal, and they need to do it now. Trump defied the Republican Party and came almost to the position of Nancy Pelosi. And sure, both sides got dumb pork. And I say remove the pork and get down to the nitty-gritty. The only thing that I don't want to see happen right now, at this moment, yes, I think our heroes need a little more money. But the American people need that $400 unemployment extension, since we don't look like we're going to get the $600. Fine. Well, $400 on top of what you're making right now is still decent money. Extend unemployment a little bit longer. Give it another 13 more weeks of extension. Nancy Pelosi need to stop worrying about the airline industry. They sitting on record profit. It's time for them to spend their own money. Since we talking about us spending our own money and letting Trump know that, hey, it's our money, your letter don't mean jack. You just giving us our money anyway. You should have been did it. He don't deserve a thank you for that. But if you want to thank you, thank you. Don't mean I'm going to vote for you. But I thank you for at least doing something that the Republicans and the Democrats wasn't doing. But now we got to deal with these governors who don't want to do the payout. And a $1,200 check would be a help for now. Get that done now. And then worry about everything else after the election. Just like you guys say, you care more about stopping the lady from becoming the Supreme Court justice, which she's going to end up being anyway, and most of y'all going to vote for it as usual. You care more about stopping that You got all your energy on that and not your energy on getting something through to us. Again, they're going to tell you they're going to pass her through quick, fast, in a hurry, and we still ain't going to have a stimulus check. We're still not going to have that bonus. Again, folks, the only way that's going to happen is you got to call these people and get on their behind. Get on their butt. Shame them. Just like I'm ashamed of these ladies on the stage. They are not a productive member of society. Stick to entertaining and stay out of politics, Whoopi Goldberg. Better know we got Oprah Winfrey making calls. Well, when you got Oprah Winfrey making calls for people to go out and vote for Joe Biden as a help to the Obamas, a favor to the Obama, you know it's real bad. Because a lot of black people have canceled Oprah. Oprah ain't all that no more. I went to the Black Museum, man. I saw the Oprah exhibit. My friend, female friend, she loves Oprah. She works for the Department of Labor in Georgia. She loves some Oprah. And we went to exhibit. This was about over a year ago. And boy, she got her own huge exhibit. Why? Because she donated a lot of money to the African American Museum. See, when you got money like that, you can do that. You ain't got money like that. I ain't got money like that. Nancy, do the doggone deal. View, stop trying to protect that woman. You guys are fully loaded. You got a lot of money. So you don't need to be talking about this situation. Just keep your mouth closed when it comes to money and help for the people. Until you become one of us, keep your mouth closed.